Ain't nobody quite like JDubs. The only thing that comes close is B-Dubs. I mean, those wings are the bomb. JDubs is a special kind of racist. He thinks because it's Yiddish, it doesn't make it. I mean, this motherfucker right here, I just can't take it. Time for JDubs to experience some rage shit. Alright, what is up, you heathens and demons, you beautiful, blasphemous people? Before I go down there, let's make sure everybody can hear everybody. I got the man, Jim Majors, the mustache here. I got John Peterson here. John's all messed up because he can't figure out how to do his damn profile picture.
Because he's a horse.
Yeah, he's a horse.
A horse is a horse, of course, unless, of course, you're on Zoom, I guess.
See, he can't even do that.
See, for some reason, Jim's video feed isn't moving, but we see Jim.
Oh, that's strange.
As always, guys, I thought I had Zoom figured out today. I do not have Zoom figured out today by any stretch of the imagination. So we are going to just do this shit. We are going to see if it's going to work. But did everybody hear Jim and John? Yeah, which little bear was Naka? So yes, everybody hears everybody, it looks like. Sweet. We're going to get right into this because, guys, JDubs has been up in my comment section. And we're going to read some of his comments to me. We're going to experience JDubs. JDubs got all mad because I wasn't a racist. John, you was kind of talking about something before we went live. I'm going to let you guys go ahead and talk about that for a minute before we get into any videos or any comments that I want to read from JDubs that he's left in the last few days, because JDubs is a special kind of racist fuck. So, yeah, I mean, you guys were talking about something, John. Would you like to talk about it? If not, you don't have to.
Well, no, I was just asking Jim to, clarify the pronunciation of a word, because there's a word it's either in Hebrew or that means Psalms, and it's Tehillim. And I was watching a video earlier today that I had watched a while back, and I just watched it again in preparation for this stream, where JDubs was talking about San Francisco, and there was a local politician, a woman, that was talking about how corrupt San Francisco is, and JDubs was saying that San Francisco is a shithole, and some other pejorative comments. And after he, summarized what he was, thought of San Francisco, he said, well, what would be a good Tehillim for San Francisco? And then he proceeded to read a psalm that a couple sentences in says the phrase, "May you all be killed like a crumbling wall." Well, after this all became controversial, after he was on that stream with you several weeks ago, he tried to justify that by saying, well, no, he was talking about something else. You're taking him out of context and everything. Oh, I'm sorry. If you're talking about an area of the country or a group of people, and then you immediately go to some scripture, that states, may you all be killed, there's only, one implication of that can be inferred. I mean,
right. That's like a Christian saying, well, I don't hate LGBTQ people. I just tell them that they're going to go to hell.
Yeah.
Yeah. And JDubs is going to just blatantly embrace a homophobe, a person that calls for genocide of all gay people. So this shouldn't really come as a surprise. And I know he really tried to justify that against atheist rationale. And he didn't really do a good job of it. And I think we're probably going to be covering part of that maybe, and some of what we're going to watch tonight. But yeah, he's been commenting pretty much ever since I booted his ass out for being a racist when he came in, and tried to defend himself for not being a racist, and then he just went on to be a fucking racist. You know, I mean, that's JDubs. JDubs is part of Brett Keene's crew. He's part of that. He's got that alt-right, far-right ideology going on. So he comes into my chat a day ago, and it's on my Matt Powell video, my modern day debacle. You know, I finally started covering that debate, Jim. Gonna make Matt Powell look like a fool, even though he technically won. I mean, I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna have fun with Matt Powell. He's a special kind of cupcake. But John says, all you do is attack people and rag on God. Get a life. And yet you come into my chat all the time and into my comment sections all the time. And as we're about to see, he's going to be begging me for a fucking one-on-one. So, like if I need to get a life, why are you trying to come on my show, dude? You know, like, seriously. But then his next comment, he just blatantly endorses a homophobe that calls for the genocide of all gay people. He says, Matt seems like a cool dude. That's the first couple comments. I'll let you guys comment on those first two comments.
Well,
I mean, I don't have a whole lot to say, but I do, but we'll get into it later. But I just want to say, JDubs, I don't know if you're familiar with the area of Texas, but we have a tradition here. I just want to let you know that I am Jim Majors and I am the Hebrew Hammer.
So, all right, look.
Yeah,
here's
for some
the thing.
reason you're not
and
moving, Jim, but they see the Hebrew Hammer.
Well, that's good as long as you see my hammer.
So, look, you know, those first of all, if you're gonna say Matt Powell seems like a nice guy or whatever it was he said, I mean, that speaks volumes right there, because Matt Powell is without a doubt one of the most intellectually disingenuous, duplicitous human beings I've ever encountered in my life. The other thing is, in that video I watched earlier today, he started the video out with talking because the video he was playing of this politician talking about how corrupt San Francisco is was a video that was on Infowars. It was on Infowars. And so JDubs started the video by saying how bad he felt for Alex Jones for having been deplatformed. And he said that Alex Jones is just a normal guy who is delivering the news, you know, and that he gets a bad rap for being a conspiracy theorist. And that right there, that speaks volumes about who JDubs is. Okay, the fact that he thinks Alex Jones is just a normal guy delivering the news.
Yeah, didn't Alex Jones say that they're turning frogs gay?
Well, but see, aside from that, Alex Jones is the motherfucker who said that Sandy Hook was a false flag that never happened. You know,
Alex Jones is the poster boy for manhood. Don't you dare take away his male vitality.
Yeah, he's got enough testosterone for about 20, I think.
Yeah, if you mean the poster boy for manhood, as in the insane clown posse version of a man, then yeah.
Let's not forget. I mean, wasn't he the one that instigated Pizzagate? You know, somebody went into a pizza shop with a gun, thinking that Hillary Clinton was running a pedophilia ring. And fortunately, the guy never shot.
In the basement of this pizzeria, he goes in with an AR, starts shooting the place up. The place doesn't even have a basement.
Yeah, it doesn't even have a fucking basement.
And then here's something to remember about Alex Jones too. When he was in front of a judge because of not divorce proceedings with his wife, but a custody hearing, I guess, for his children, he made the case that you can't judge him by what he says on his program because that is just entertainment. You know, so Alex Jones is even a bigger scumbag because, according to him, he's just playing a part, you know, and putting all this false bullshit out there.
Yeah, and I mean, it's because of Alex Jones. People have played the parents of Sandy Hook relentlessly, trolls, right-wing fucking idiots, and it's really sad that parents that have lost their children. I can't imagine losing my child, and then you've went through that, and you're starting to try to move on, if that's even possible. and somebody shows up at your door and said your child never even existed, and you are a what's the tool for the actors that they say a crisis actor or some shit like that.
Crisis, yeah, that's exactly right, crisis actor. And also to anybody who wants to try and make the argument that we are making an argument of guilty by association, that is not what we're doing here, okay? Because it's not just an association. Okay, JDubs is coming out and he is saying Matt Powell is a nice guy.
Yeah, and that's weak. That's weak sauce. It's about to get worse.
He's coming out and he's saying Alex Jones is normal and just delivering the news, knowing exactly what Alex Jones puts out there. So it's not a guilt by association. He's coming out and claiming to be advocates of Alex Jones and Matt Powell. So
that's absolutely right. And I want to know what specific message that Alex Jones gives would anybody, or would they advocate for? Like I would ask them specifically, well, what is it about Alex Jones that is appealing to you?
Outside the fact that he screams better than the Raging Atheist.
Well, and the fact that his chest hair is trimmed at an even level, like the whole way across. Like he's just,
he's got to be
probably into that.
He's got to be one of the most unattractive men. I mean, he looks like one of the plainest dudes I've ever seen in my life. Seriously.
My favorite.
He looks like his hairline got scared and ran down his belly.
Am I muted or something?
No, we're just talking over you, John. Go ahead, man.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not used to not having horse face. I gotta get horse face back, and I gotta get
Jim icon.
moving.
It won't come up. I don't know why. Something you did something to put my, because on my stand it just shows my name at the bottom corner of the box.
I don't even have Zoom or OBS running right now. I'm looking at the screen and about to read this next comment, but I'll let you go ahead, John. But I guarantee you, like I've given you just the weak shit. I'm about to give you the heavy shit where he gets racist on your boy.
No, I mean, all I was going to say a minute ago, just trying to jump in and say my favorite thing about Alex Jones is that he's deplatformed. But anyway.
Yeah, me too. I love that shit. I had a lot of smiles that day. I'm not gonna lie, I had mixed feelings because I don't think the government should censor people, but it wasn't the government; it was platforms, and so yeah, I'm all for it. Fuck that dude. But all right,
before you play that, real quick, shout out to Tattered Philosophy in the chat, and shout out to Christy Santiago in the chat.
Yeah, guys,
I cannot Richard Madsen for learning how to spell disciple. Man, that is awesome.
Guys, I cannot see chat at all. My computer is still in its carrying case from that Christian vlogger being here yesterday. I am totally aggravated with Zoom and trying not to be. So, but we're gonna get into this next. So hello everybody, Christy Santiago, gorgeous, and
shout out to Sassy Atheist.
Sassy up in the house. Lucifer is maintaining order. Will Kincaid, you'll get timed out every time. You are a jackass. So we're gonna get into this next comment, and this came on my changes video. Right, so when I announced the name change and I was no longer going to be the Raging Atheist, and I announced that I'm using the name that I've been using, Nakasuchi, which is my Native American name, and after, Rabbi Lewis and the whole $5 Indian incident, John Geshala, JDubs, however the fuck you pronounce this motherfucker's name, and I'm going to try to be somewhat civil tonight because it's all about trashing JDubs because he's a racist. But this dude comes into this video's comment section and says, "Another Elizabeth Warren? Okay, John Smith, that's your name for now on with me." Now, if you don't know, John Smith kidnapped Pocahontas, raped Pocahontas. He's comparing me to a $5 Indian, just like Rabbi Lewis did. Comparing me to Elizabeth Warren, even though Elizabeth Warren did have a minute amount of Native American ancestry because of the genocide committed upon Native Americans. A lot of white people have Native American ancestry, but yeah, he's gonna sit here and call me John Smith. That's my name, John Smith.
I think he's just a bad Jew. I think that's what it is. I think he's just a bad Jew.
Well, I mean, and then Nakasuchi for a memory refresher for me and to any of the audience that doesn't know, take a minute and explain why that $5 Indian comment is so reprehensible.
Because a lot of white people did claim Native American ancestry. It became an issue, I think, back in the '60s, and a lot of people were trying to get the tax status that Native Americans have. So a lot of white people were claiming Native ancestry, and that's where that term comes from. It's a very racist term. It's basically saying that if you don't have enough Native American blood, you're not Native American. It is something that I actually fight against a lot of Native American communities about. And it is something that I've heard my entire life because they see this white dude standing before them because the Irish is really dominant in me. It's dominant in my brother. It's dominant in pretty much my entire dad's side of the family. I mean,
Well, and there's a lot of tribes too that in order to be registered in these tribes, you have to meet a certain level, and some of them are more strict than others.
I'm actually registered with the Cherokee tribe.
No, right, but there are other tribes that have more strict guidelines.
Yeah, and I think that Lakota is one of the hardest tribes to become a part of.
Aren't they 1/8?
Yeah, I think so. And and it's just really it's just a way to dismiss white people who say that you have no Native American ancestry and you're just trying to help the Native American cause. It's really a way to dismiss you as well.
I am a white person. This is my grandfather. My grandfather was 100% Cherokee.
Unfortunately, Jim, they can't see you because my Zoom is all screwy.
It's shitty.
Yeah, that really sucks. But we're gonna be talking a lot of Native American shit, Jim. So if you'd like to come in and for that, once Zoom is fixed, then we'll definitely let you do that.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so that was the worst of the comments, and then after that, it was just basically just, hey, let me. So he got totally racist on me, and then he was like, where is it at? Let's get down here. So let's do a one-on-one together. And that goes to anyone as well. So he's calling out anybody. Anybody can go talk to JDubs the racist. That's all you got to do. Like, he'll talk to anybody. I do see the chat briefly. I'm about to go to full screen, and we're going to start this video thing, and hopefully shit, works out. Zoom problems, y'all. Zoom problems. But at least we got the important shit out now. So now we're going to look at JDubs himself. The audience will see it. And my guests will hopefully... let me know if you can't hear the video. We're going to get to it right now. I think I'm starting with this one, right? Yeah, I think I'm going to start with this one. So, without further ado, let's check out some JDubs.
If you agree that climate change is a national emergency,
shit.
Please chip in $1.
Issue with something. So, there's a great commission that Christians are to undertake, correct?
What is that?
Sure. The Great Commission to spread the gospel, yes.
Okay. Aaron, do you agree with that?
So pisses me the fuck off.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
That totally ruins everything. All right, let's get back here. All right, so I am sorry, guys. Me and my clumsy fingers. Let me find my fucking time mark and make sure I'm where I need to be. Where the hell did I put it? There it is. All right, I got so many papers everywhere. All right. Yeah, so we're not there. 134.37. All right. For some reason, it's all screwy. All right, right here.
We got sponsored.
Let's do it.
Like,
I totally felt like Leonardo DiCaprio and shit.
play.
I'm like, yeah, I'm the originator.
It's kind of crazy considering you barely get YouTube.
All right, so yeah, we don't have to direct. I mean, you got a full house, Will, so you guys can just interject when you want to, because we have a real Christian, Aaron, and we have a suspected post, Sky Out, and Sky Out hasn't had much of a chance to make an ass of himself, so we can all partake in the fun.
We're having fun talking about all loaded.
All right. Okay.
I got a real Christian. He's not a real Christian. You don't know shit.
Yeah, so Ashley, I don't have. Ashley is another possible. All right, so, this is the crazy ass last conversation room that I had before I brought moderators in and started to change shit. So there's going to be a lot of talking over. Will and John is about to get to their shit. So, just interrupted to let you guys know that it's coming. Whatever the hell happened that night. Because I mean, if you can't tell, I was fucking lit. Possible mod. Tonight, I don't have a mod. I am tomorrow going to get organized. I'm going to be speaking to you, Ashley. And what I really would like to do is maybe bring everybody in that has expressed interest in modding my conversations into like a private stream to where we can just conversate. We can all come up with the rules together, and then we can like maybe switch you.
And then again, you did.
All right, so this is between you and him, not me. All right, so yeah, y'all hash that shit out, and anybody else can jump in.
All right,
all that.
I prayed to my God, and that was it. That was
what you consider to be the filth of Jamaica Queens. What's exactly wrong about the place? Now I know
it's filth. What do you mean? It's drugs and prostitution. It's the most disgusting place there is. What are you talking?
So you think that people that are drug addicts or people that are
they're not wonderful people? That's correct. If people are that way, I don't particularly like it. So.
All right, so here comes John JDubs, racist fuck. Pretty much saying if you're a drug addict, I don't like you. I don't like it. It's not real too much to comment on, but now you're starting to see John. I'll let there really hasn't been too much to hear, but if you guys want to comment at any time, just pipe on in. But not too much so far. We have finally met JDubs. Everybody meet JDubs. JDubs, trim your shit. It doesn't work. It doesn't work like it does for Richard Madsen. It doesn't work like it does for many people. Trim your shit.
So what's the point of asking for their deaths? Why not try and get
I wasn't asking for their death.
Real quick, we'll make sure everybody can hear the video. Everybody can hear the video.
Yeah, it's coming through. I've been listening to the broadcast. It's going through.
Yeah, he looks like he just lost his job at the live music gig on Friday night at Applebee's.
Yeah, this was like after a night of going out and drinking and getting free drinks because people recognized him from my show. I mean, he literally told me this earlier. I almost started it there, and I'm like, I'm not going to be that douchebag. But so yeah, they're just fresh back from live streaming in some bar where some dude recognized them and they got free drinks and all this shit. I don't know what the hell went on there. But and so yeah, this was JDubs after a night out on the town. This is JDubs dressing up.
Well, and by the way, GPH is in the chat, white knighting JDubs.
Did he? I wonder if he consumed any of that, any of the strong drink.
I'll finish that. I'll finish that sentence later. Go ahead, Jim.
I wonder if he consumed any strong drink while he was out, or if he abstained from that.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's gonna answer that for us. I know Will said that they were getting free drinks, so I'm gonna assume that he was partaking.
And surely he wasn't lusting because he came back with both eyes and hands. So
yeah. I don't know. Like, supposedly, he's not a racist because his fiance is brown, and he's gonna move to Spain to be with her. It kind of almost sounds like he's probably getting catfished. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know his business.
Yeah,
I don't know his business. But
I don't know.
Go ahead, Jim.
I don't know. I'm just. If he's getting taken advantage of, I can't say that I feel sorry for him.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, so here's the whole story before we get back to the video is like, I met Will and JDubs going on Brett Keen's stream because I was an idiot at one point, and I went on Brett Keen's stream a couple times, had Brett Keen on my stream. Been trying to be nice to Brett Keen, and Brett Keen is just the manatee. And JDubs, I guess, considers himself like the son of the manatee, like the son of Brett Keen, like honorary son, some shit like that. So yeah, I mean, this is what we're dealing with. We're dealing with Brett Keen light, I guess manatee light. And Will defended the guy, and I'm like, Will, I gave him a chance, and and Will just continually disappoints. He just continually disappoints, and he continually like backs this dude that I don't understand why. And well, I do understand why. It's because they're both the fucking same. So there's that whole thing.
Well, and Will Kincaid is baby manatee. So
what I want to know is what exactly is it about the Jamaican area of Queens, about that cultural concentration there? Well, exactly what about that is filthy?
Yeah, and AR called him out for all of that shit, for that and for what John mentioned earlier. And
good on you, AR. Hell yeah.
I think it's in this stream, so we should hear it as we go through this, because I think AR is going to start calling him out fairly quickly, maybe. So yeah, we'll get back into it. I'm going to go make a drink. This is my shit, so I can just let it play for a minute. I can do that. So we'll get back into it, guys. All right, here we go.
I was praying to Hashem on their behalf. I said, let's ask the Lord to pray for them. That's what I say in the video.
You actually said you even admitted it like 5 minutes ago. You said that fucking God should put a heavy rain on the town and wash everything away.
Right. So there's a movie, a famous movie with Robert De Niro. His name is Travis in the movie. It's called Taxi Driver, and he says to himself in the mirror, "I wish to the senator." He says, "I wish a heavy rain would come and wash the town away." That's in New York. I was making a quote from a movie, you dumb. I was quoting a movie, you silly fuck.
Yeah, you were quoting a movie and also talking about the people of Jamaica, Queens. And then earlier you said that these people are filthy, and that's not a reason to wish death on anyone.
What I'm talking about. The movie takes place, it's recorded. Martin Scorsese films the movie where I'm talking about, and that's the line from the movie. I'm not saying it. I'm quoting the Robert De Niro. Fuck it. Oh.
All right, so I don't have to have heard that to know it, because I've seen this several times now. Yeah, I do believe AR just started calling him out, and his justification is, I'm quoting Robert De Niro. I don't mean it, and yeah, fuck that shit. I don't go around quoting. I don't know if Robert De Niro's a racist. Guess what? I'm pretty sure he's not, because he's leftist, and he fights for leftist policy. Really, really at odds with our current orange president and all that shit. So I'm fairly certain that Robert De Niro isn't a racist, but Robert De Niro is an actor. And Robert De Niro plays roles of racist because he's Italian, and that's part of the gig a lot of the time. And he is portraying something, exposing it to society. It's actually a very good thing. But what I don't do, even though I love Robert De Niro, is go around screaming or quoting those racist ass movie quotes. I don't do that because it's fucking racist. Do you guys have an opinion on that shit?
I mean, there's been times, where I have done it, but I recognize them as insensitive, and I'm like, fuck, I probably shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, I've done it before too. The other night in a stream, I quoted a Tupac album name from way back in the day, and I'm like, I probably shouldn't have said that.
I can guess which one.
Yeah, and yeah, I totally regretted it. And the thing is, like, then I won't do that again. And I can sit here and say, hey, I made a mistake, I regret it. He's not doing that. He's like, I'm just quoting Robert De Niro. I'm not racist.
Well, hold on. But when he originally did it, did he at that time point out that he was quoting Robert De Niro in a movie? Or
I do not think so.
Yeah, or did he just say the horrible racist thing and let it hang in the air and stand on its own?
Well, and it's almost the same exact justification he used for the racist word that he used that came up and made this whole situation. I can't remember the name, but we've had a couple discussions on it now. He uses a word. He said, "Oh, it's not racist because I'm a Jew," and it's not racist if a Jew uses this word in Yiddish. It is racist if other people use this word in Yiddish. No, if it's a fucking racist word, you know English, motherfucker. You don't have to use that word. You're choosing to use that word to be racist.
If you are using it in a context that it is offensive to somebody else, especially if the person who you were referring to heard you and you had that intent behind it, you're a fucking racist, period.
Yeah, period. I mean, there's not even any debate about it. And Will sit there and justify it, and JDubs will, and then he will come into my comment section and get racist on me, and then have the audacity to ask to come on my show. Guess what? No, No,
coming up in here with his breath smelling like JDubs dick.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't even want to think about what he was doing to Brett Keane before he might come on my show. You know, like I just don't. You and Brett Keane can do your thing. You can have your little alt-right orgies, and stop thinking about me. And definitely you don't want to get racist with me because I'm rather cruel in my response usually. I'm doing a live stream now, and I got Jim and I got John, and we're being respectful, kinda. But yeah, you don't want to fuck with me, dude. I might have to throw you into a real response video. But we'll get back to the video. We'll get back to it because he's going to say a lot of fucked up shit.
What in the world are you talking about? I'm quoting Robert De Niro, not me.
You were quoting Robert De Niro. Yeah, you referenced the movie, but then you said that, you know what?
All right, so I guess he did reference the movie in that video clip because AR just pointed that out. So we'll get back to the clip.
I would put a heavy rain on this town and wash all the filth away.
That's what he says in the movie. That's what he says in the movie, for quote verbatim.
Yeah, and you were expressing your own opinion of Jamaica Queens.
And then I say after that, I say, well, why don't we pray for them?
Yeah, I still need to look at this. I haven't seen this yet. Sorry.
I say my own words. I say, why don't we pray for them? And I open up the Bible and I pray for them. I didn't do what Travis said. I did what the Lord said to do, is pray for them.
All right, so we're really early into this right now. So he's basically just sitting here. I'm not a racist. I'm not a racist. And it's going to get bad. Trust me, it's going to get bad. I'm going to end up I think I rage on him and boot his ass by the end of this. But, you know, so you're coming on my channel, dog, and you're trying to promote that you're not this racist. Why the fuck would you come then into my comment section and get racist? And, you know, I only read one of them. I think there was actually 2 or 3 very racist comments directed directly at me. And then you're going to have the audacity. I don't get these people sometimes. Like, you think I'm going to let you on my show. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Why would I let you on my show, dude? Why? I mean, maybe you know what? I might let you on my show, John, Grishala, JDubs. I need to stop calling you John because I got my real John up in the house. I'll let you come on my show if you shave that shit clean. Y'all go ahead. Y'all go ahead. You know, if you shave clean, John, I might let you come on my show just so I can boot you again. But go ahead.
Oh, me?
Oh, I thought somebody had started talking.
I think Jim was just talking. He was just talking shit about me.
To my starving lions.
So yeah, so he's basically, you know, we're just warming up now. It's gonna get crazy. This was a crazy live stream. I'm not gonna lie. And
there was a lot of value to the stream because this is a stream you looked at later and you said, yeah, I think I gotta tighten things up and go in a little bit of a different direction. So
yeah.
There was some value out of this.
This was the stream that really solidified the fact that I had to have moderation in these things. And we're actually gonna get organized now. So it's gonna be really, really a lot better. You know, we're gonna schedule shit in advance. But all right, so let's get back into it because it's gonna turn into a dumpster fire. And I do want to watch a little bit of the other clip. We started super, super late, so everything's running behind because of Zoom and me and my shit.
Speaking of prayer, 2 minutes later in the same video, you start talking about San Francisco. And you use Psalm 63.
I wasn't talking about San Francisco. I wasn't talking about San Francisco. The mayor that's running, the person who's running for mayor.
San Francisco. I'll screen share the fucking video right now and prove it to everybody right here.
There's a Chinese woman that's running.
Also, on It's Gonna Go For It's channel, you admitted it.
There's a minority. There's a woman from Asia, a Chinese woman who's running for mayor.
Yeah,
she's a minority.
That's not what we're talking about.
You use
Psalm 63.
Don't talk over him, dude. Let I was gonna say let him finish up, then go.
He's bringing.
We can't. The audience can't hear him.
You can moderate this one, guy.
Information.
All
right. There was.
All right, so this one guy's coming in, defending the religious like usual. I think AR needs to be able to make points in that situation, and in this situation, this is why I need moderation because they're talking over each other. But once again, we just get the same justification. Oh, I wasn't saying it. somebody else was saying it. And we start to see a pattern for him here. I mean, I think it's fairly apparent. I mean, pretty much case closed at this point. Feel free to jump in, guys. I'm talking a lot.
No. I mean, I'm just. It's incredible to me. Like that's the only word I can think of. Is it's incredible. Like I just cannot believe that somebody who would call themselves a Jew would act so.
Yeah.
Jewish, I guess.
Yeah. I don't get his behavior, and we're actually going to get to some Jewish shit in the next video because Maynard Saves comes in to Will's stream and just really just I think pulverizes John when it comes to Judaism, and I think it's really both of us, but two atheists that don't quite understand Judaism. I think Maynard understood a little bit better than me.
Real quick, I don't remember who the Christian homophobe was that we had in your stream who said he wouldn't talk to sodomites. Who was that guy?
That was Aaron Ford.
Okay, well, because I just want to point out, and not to go against what you said, but I just want to say that there are instances where this one guy goes at theists, and that was one of them. He was going at that guy, Aaron Ford. So he doesn't always step in and defend the theists. I just want to point that out.
Yeah. Well, this one guy, yes, he doesn't, but he does a lot, and he'll defend people that I really have an issue with him defending for things that I really take an issue with. But yeah, not always. Yeah, you are correct, John, because sometimes, yeah, he will stand up to theists. He stood up to several. So yeah, I shouldn't have. I will take that back and just say that, yeah, sometimes I see him defending people I don't like.
Right, and sometimes he defends people that shouldn't be defended. But I just wanted to point out that there are times when he does give blowback to. And
I totally like this one guy. Like I enjoy his conversation, and I enjoy his brand of Christianity, as so long as it doesn't continue to go farther into fundamentalism. I think me and him will continue to get along. If he continues to go farther into fundamentalism, we're going to end up having some major issues. But yeah, all right. So I've been kind of just. Went over to glance at the chat real quick because I don't have my laptop set up. But now we're going to get back, and we are going to get back to the video. Enjoy, guys, because I mean, AR is one of the most bravest people I know. I'm just going to put that out there.
Do you want to let him in? He's asking to get in the chat right now.
Oh yeah, dude. I will let you in, AR. Let me. It might mess things up, so I'm going to have to work. But yes, we are going to do that. Let me. Actually, we'll go to full screen here. Wait, no, that won't work either. Let me think how I'm going to do this. So I'm going to have to just do it live. Yeah, that's going to be a thing. So yeah, we'll just do it live.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Yeah, we'll just do it live. All right. So
damn, I've never seen so many titties get calm all at once.
All right, where am I going now? So I've got everything like shut down. So we're gonna go here. Where are you at, you bastard? I don't know what happened to my Zoom screen.
Oh, that's great. You're going to bring AR in and the whole thing's going to crash.
I don't know if I can because I think I pushed my Zoom screen too far down for me to grab it back. Yeah, I think I did that.
It's a black Zoom hole.
It totally sucks. All right, how about return to meeting? There we go. Boom. All right. Yeah. Now we're here.
Lucy sent me the link. Blame her.
Oh no, you're very welcome. So let me get that back out of my way. Now let me actually. Is your camera turned on, AR?
I have it turned off on purpose. I didn't want to.
Let me just say something, Nakatsuchi.
I don't want to get on camera right
now. Holy fuck! You have a Picasso going on screen right now.
I know, it's all crazy. It's all crazy.
I'm sorry for fucking it up.
It's all good because they really couldn't see Jim move anyway, and now Jim's gone.
I mean, statistically, if we keep fucking it up, we're going to perfect it eventually.
So you know what? I'm just gonna remove Windows. Yep, we're just gonna.
Oh shit!
Not Windows. Windows and OBS.
I'm just gonna, just factory reset this shit real quick.
Who was the cubist? Was it Picasso? Was Picasso the cubist? Cubism?
Yeah, I think so.
That's what's going on the screen right now. All these different cubes everywhere with like different names and.
See, that didn't work for me either.
If it's okay, can I explain this prayer thing very quick?
Yeah, please go ahead. I'm gonna try. Well, I don't. Can the audience still hear you guys? Because I took Zoom off of OBS. So let me. Because they really couldn't. Let me add Zoom back to OBS.
So, like, the reason why I said Psalm 63 is because that's what he says in the video, and you guys kind of went over the prayer already and what it said. That whole thing about being killed like a crumbling wall or some shit like that. I know it's like kind of paraphrased, but like immediately after he talks about Jamaica Queens, and I'll explain that in a minute, he talks about San Francisco and how they need prayer. So the fact that he said he was praying for Jamaica Queens is kind of bullshit.
All right, real quick, AR, just let me check the chat. Can everybody hear AR?
Yo.
Yeah, they're all
they're
all fucking with me.
It's coming.
Yeah, all right, so they can hear you. Continue, AR. I'm sorry. Everything's good now.
When he was saying that he was praying for Jamaica Queens, no, he shifted subjects and talked about San Francisco. And the whole thing about Jamaica Queens, yes, he was referencing what's it called? That movie, but the way he worded it is he talked about Jamaica Queens being like this filthy ass place or whatever. And then said, just like, and I'm paraphrasing, I'm not going to get it like word for word. Just like Robert De Niro said in Taxi Driver, may God put a heavy rain on them and wash them all away. You know what I mean? And then he starts like laughing. Like,
yeah, so the quote has a direct reference to what he's talking about.
Yeah, he's basically like using the quote to explain what he wants to happen to Jamaica Queens. There's no way to
Right. He couldn't have quoted any other movie. He was like, yeah, you remember like on Cars when this fancy car came in and helped out this shitty little town, And
it just seems funny, like his justification time after time after time after time again is, hey, I didn't say it. No, you did say it. You fucking did say it.
Well, we know, and if AR's got it right as far as like if he prefaced the quote by saying something to the effect of, just like Robert De Niro said in yada da da da, well then that has intent behind it. That's him saying, this is what I want to happen.
Mm-hmm. I went over that whole video on a stream I did on him just a little while back. Gave it proper context to show people.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I watched that one.
It's very obvious where he was going when he quoted the movie.
And I don't think there's really any doubt, even after, I mean, it's what made me so fucking mad, right? Like, because I was sitting there, and it had already been an issue when he used this Yiddish word to describe black people. It had already been brought to my attention what that was and what it meant and the connotations behind it, and I had expressed extreme discomfort from that. And then he went and fucking did it again, and I'm fucking sitting right there thinking whether or not I'm gonna rage on this motherfucker on his own show, and then it became a thing. Like, there's no doubt about JDubs is a fucking racist. There's no doubt about it. Absolutely. In my opinion.
And behind your back, he's calling you a goyim. I mean, he's calling all of us goyim.
It's fucking.
Hey,
and then Will Kincaid still kissing my ass too, like trying to communicate with me. Like, no, dude, stop associating with douchebags that are going to be racist against me and other people.
And even Dragnock called out Will on that word that you're talking about, for that derogatory word for black people.
Yeah, you lay down with bad Jews and you get circumcised.
Nakasuchi,
Jim,
I want to help you out.
Your Jew jokes, man.
and real quick, shout out to Progressive Liberal in the live chat.
Yeah, Progressive Liberal is. We have talked several times about doing some political streams, and I'm so super busy and
organizing right there.
Yeah, organizing.
If you want to get like the audio to like be easily shared between like your guests, click share right there. And then there's an advanced tab, and then it says share computer audio, and then we'll be able to hear the YouTube video.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna work on it tomorrow. Like we tried so hard, AR, like for 40 minutes. It was a travesty. It was an
all right, no worries.
Fucking travesty. Yeah, we're gonna get through this tomorrow, and I'm gonna hammer this shit down tomorrow. I got really good people that's gonna come help me do it. I just
by the way, Megan texted me back, and she was away from her phone, and I texted her back saying, "Well, we just went live with the problems in place, and we're dealing with it." And I told her that Nakasuchi that you'd be reaching out to them.
Yeah, I'll reach out to Dr. Josh tomorrow, and we'll get this thing hammered out. But all right, so I don't know, AR, if you're up with how we're doing this, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead, John, and then we'll continue.
No, I was just gonna say, will you get this thing Hebrew hammered out?
Hebrew hammered out. Yeah, I mean, I hope that John is a bad representation of Judaism. I mean, I really do. I mean, I know Will is. I mean, Will's a fake Jew. Will started becoming, became a Jew for his fucking job so he can get a day off, and now he's a real Jew. Like, dude, I don't believe you, Will. I don't believe you. You're a fucking troll. And both of y'all are like alt-light. Definitely alt-light. So fuck y'all guys.
It's the equivalent of being the kid on the football team who's not really good, but he wants to play second string at least, right? So he's always doing stuff for the coach, and he's always going above and beyond. Like if coach says run 10 yards, well, he's going to run 50 yards. And he's just going to do whatever he has to make himself look better. So I don't think that anything that he's doing is non-Jewish. I think everything that he's doing, there is justification for in Judaism, but he is just going above and beyond to be a Jewish prick.
Yeah, once I switch over to the next video, my buddy Maynard Saves is going to come and really challenge him on Judaism. I enjoyed it, and Will claims he didn't boot me from the conversation, but I didn't leave the conversation. The conversation continued, and I was no longer in the conversation. So Will can say he didn't do it, and I think I kind of believe him because his reaction when I left was like, oh, Nakasuchi left. So I don't know what happened there, but maybe Will booted me. I have no idea. All I know is that the conversation continued, and I was no longer in it. But yeah, we'll play a little bit more from this one, and if you guys want to see all of it, it is my last open room. It's simply titled Open Room, and you guys can go find this shit. I started at around 1:34, somewhere around there, and it's gonna go for a while. I'm not trying to make this all night, especially since we started super late, and I really do want to get into where Maynard Saves just really grills this dude about Judaism. I think that'll be more fun for us here. But let's continue watching AR just dismantle this motherfucker. I'm good with that. So yeah, we'll do that. And AR, hopefully you're up with how we're doing this tonight, because it's Raging Atheist and it's nothing but issues. I did notice Cheshire up in the chat, and I just want to holler at Cheshire. What up, girl? All right, go ahead, AR.
Do you mind just giving me a timestamp or where you're at?
I'm at 1:43:05. I think they're watching the playbacks, and then I'm kind of leading, and they're catching up as I go.
Perfect.
It's worked so far, and I just gave away the illusion, but I just totally gave away all illusions of everything. Because, yeah, this is so stupid. Oh, yeah. But we're doing it. We're doing it. John talked me into doing it. I was about to cancel. So let's get it.
In a 14-minute video, you can bring up other issues. You prayed using Psalm 63 for the death of LGBTQ people and homeless people in San Francisco because you believe these people are filth. What exactly makes them filthy? The fact that they're different than you? The fact that they have issues that they fortunately have unhealthy.
Hold up now. He even said that it was for the drugs and for the prostitution. Not that nothing to do with homeless or anything about that.
Jamaica Queens.
He just said that right now. He just said it was for the drugs and the prostitution that's been going, and that's why it's filthy.
No, now
he didn't say anything about homeless.
Fuck this guy.
He didn't say anything about LGBTQ.
Yeah, he did.
All he said was prostitution and drugs. What does that have to do with LGBTQ
that was when
or
we were
homeless?
talking about Jamaica Queens. We just changed subjects, dude.
Oh, I'm stupid then. My bad.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yes, this one guy is stupid sometimes. Let's continue.
My bad, AR.
I'm glad you said
so
it.
the video is about a woman, someone who's running for Congress, an Asian minority woman who's an Asian, a minority, a woman, another
Not you,
minority,
Maynard. I have a delay.
who
My
says
bad, bro.
that San Francisco is the most disgusting place in the world, and that's why she's running for mayor to clean up the filth. So I was agreeing with her. I said, "Yeah, let's vote for this woman. If this is so bad that she needs to be doing this, and I say let's give it the power to do it." I'm not saying it. I'm saying let's empower this minority to help out, fix out the problem.
I mean, did you just hear that? Or you guys haven't yet. I'll give you 20 seconds. So I'll just say it. this minority. I mean, the way he emphasized that shit is just, it's it is bias implicit. Like, you're just showing your fucking racist ass bias. You're not even understanding how just apparent you're making it. Just
as if the word minority gives any weight to his argument. Like, what the fuck does it matter that it's a minority? Who gives a fuck if it's a minority?
Yeah.
Because it's a minority, it deserves protection from the majority. By the majority.
Yeah, are you pointing out that this person of power happens to be a minority? I mean, I don't understand why the skin color has anything to do with the office, or why it should be pointed out to begin with. And I really don't buy the excuse that, she said it. I don't care. Like I haven't seen her quote. AR, you might have, but I haven't, and I don't give a fuck what she said. What I care about is this dude who has proven himself to be a racist time and time again, and has come into my chat in the last 24 hours being racist to me directly, and then tries to claim he's not a fucking racist.
He thinks that by like calling out the fact that she's a minority, it'll somehow like make him look better and say he doesn't attack marginalized groups, which is utter bullshit. But I want to like point out the fact that the reason why he keeps bringing her up is just to dodge from the fact that 4 minutes into his San Francisco video, he prays for the death of homeless people and LGBTQ plus people in San Francisco. Like, there's no way to get around it. It's right there.
And for anybody watching, in case anybody's confused, I want to remind you that Jews are the most persecuted people in the entire world.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And as somebody who lives in such persecution and oppression, you would think that he would understand what that is like and how he would want to be treated had he been in that situation.
I think maybe at one point in history, Jews might have been the most persecuted people in the world. Right now, I would think it's probably trans and Native Americans. I would have to think about that. I mean, are Jews really even persecuted anymore, honestly?
No, they definitely are not. As a matter of fact, Israel gets so much money from
I don't like putting like amounts of oppression on things. But like, if you look at the systemic issues,
neither do I. I don't either. Especially, I don't like calling what happened to the Native Americans America's Holocaust, or saying that one is better than the other, or one is worse than the other. I think that they're both fucking atrocious.
How many countries?
One thing we have to like realize though is like black people are still facing a lot of the same oppression that they've faced over the last 100. Segregation is still in full force, whether you like.
Unless you ask a conservative, AR, and I mean that shit happened so long ago, nobody alive could possibly remember. Even though Jim Crow ended late 50s, early 60s. I can't remember.
But it's because being Jewish, though, nobody's in danger of being persecuted because they are Jewish. There are 14 nations in the world where it is a death sentence, not a prison sentence, but a death sentence to be an atheist.
Yeah, I would think
nations
like
where
maybe in some
of
the more fundamental Muslim countries,
a lot of
I can see
right-wing anti-Semitic groups running around right now as well.
Yeah, the rise of white supremacy, and there's definitely anti-Jew hate, no doubt about it. But I mean, I just wouldn't. I don't know if they're like.
But there's no legislature, is there?
No. In fact, I think the state of Israel goes out of its way to oppress people.
But there's no legislature, is what I'm saying. But you go to Palestine, you go to Afghanistan, you go to Sudan. I mean, all these places have in their legislature, it's a death sentence for an atheist.
Yeah, definitely. I'm actually planning on starting to cover that soon. With Islam, it's always a slippery slope. So I'm going to try to tread carefully once I start covering Islam. I'm going to skip to past, because AR is going to continue to just brutalize this dude, but I really want to get to where I get pissed off. Because he was there. I get pissed off?
Hey, you gave me a segue, though, because you said slippery slope.
Go for it.
Sometime soon, Cheshire Vic and Dave McGinnis and Muppets' new channel is going to get booted up here maybe in a month or so. The Slippery Slope Show. Be looking for it.
Yeah, it's going to be super sweet. I'm looking forward to it. Heard about it for a while now, so it's about time. We're almost there.
I heard that they have a gay dinosaur puppet.
I haven't heard that yet. But I will trust your insider information, Jim Majors.
Yeah, I heard that he likes bananas and he doesn't like mosquitoes.
So we're gonna get to the end of.
So wait a minute, it's a gay dinosaur puppet, or it's a what's that guy's name? Ray Comfort.
Mosquitoes and whales are not related.
He likes bananas. See, if he likes bananas, it's got to be Ray Comfort then.
Okay, let's finish. My bad.
No, that was funny. Well, yeah. So I skipped forward. I should be raging soon. We're just gonna play this until I rage, because you should rage on JDubs. So if you come in contact with JDubs, you should. My advice is to be like, "What up, racist?" Don't call him JDubs. Just call him racist. Because that's what he is.
Call him bad Jew.
YouTube again for like the 100,000th time in like history.
But I mean, AR, you were here. I did rage out on that dude, didn't I?
Oh yeah, as soon as he called you a snowflake.
All right, yeah. So I think we're about to get there. So let's have fun with this part, and then we're gonna get into some Maynard Saves talking some Judaism with JDubs here.
I got him saying. He says in exact words that the society's out there trying to make everybody FAGs, and he spells it out. I know I fucked up there, whatever. And then he goes on to say that,
and you keep bringing up his traumatic experience like it's fucking funny. It's real fucking funny. No, keep talking about you fucking prick.
I really don't want people's traumatic experiences coming up unless you want to talk about it and share that. That's your thing.
Shit one more fucking time. I want him fucking off. I don't want to fucking look at him.
Excuse for hatred.
You keep fucking talking about it. Yes, let's keep reminding John about his traumatic experience. I'm sure that's really heartwarming for him. I'm sure that makes him feel real good. The cockles of his fucking heart.
I just admitted my.
Okay. Chill out. I mean. Okay, so,
So, do you want fire rained down on homosexuals, John?
It's whatever, you know what, whatever you want the answer to be, it doesn't really matter because I can answer it anyway. It's not going to end. It's going to continue, and it doesn't matter. It means nothing to me. I go on with my life, and I live my next day because I have a wonderful life. I have a beautiful life. I have a beautiful wife. I have a Brazilian that I go home to. So it doesn't matter to me. Whether it rains, doesn't rain, it doesn't matter.
It should, and I think it does matter. Like, all right. So even had you made, like I said, I haven't checked out the things that AR sent me, but like, say, had you made these comments, maybe you didn't believe them, maybe they're taken out of context. I think that matters, and clarifying yourself and say no, I do not think that God should kill gay people by raining fire on them. Will go a very long way here. I really honestly think that.
Brazilian pit wolf.
I mean, I'm sure that some. I think Aaron would probably say he doesn't want God to rain fire on homosexuals. He's not part of this conversation.
Okay, I officially hate
it's a simple thing to ask. Like, if you don't believe that, say it now. We can move on and talk about other shit.
I don't know.
Yeah, let's talk about other shit.
Is that a Brazilian wax?
Like, first, you need to say, like, no, I don't want that. Because if you do want that and you don't want to address that, well, I
think that was what
I'm going to have to turn on my video camera again and then go crazy.
Let me know if you can hear me. But no,
I'm
one of like
speak for me.
JDub's little cop outs for like to claim that he's not racist is that he has a wife that just happens to be Brazilian.
I brought that up a little earlier, AR. But you bring it up again, please.
It doesn't matter to him. That's edgy. Okay, he's living on the edge there.
Yeah, and before I start raging, I'm gonna go use the bathroom. So y'all, AR, Jim, John, feel free to comment so far because we're about to get into some rage.
I'm down. I mean, who does he think that he's representing? And I mean, is this something that he does regularly? I don't watch his content. I'm not familiar with him.
I haven't watched a lot of his content recently, except for a couple of his streams with this character named John Lauricia. He is a self-proclaimed Torah supremacist, and I have him on record now that saying that anybody that doesn't follow the Torah needs to be exterminated.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, it's pretty yikesy to say the least. But I have to do a little more digging to like figure out if this is JDubs' position as well. But the fact that he's platforming him and not giving him any pushback, against that kind of rhetoric is telling in itself.
Man, that's got quite the phone book of implications behind it.
Yep. He also, John Lauricia, after like I said something in the live stream chat, came to my channel and like doubled down on it too. So
yeah, it's just one of those things like you just want to just suck through your teeth and just be like, just turn around and walk away and just be done with it.
Hey, real quick, I got to interrupt. Yeah, I do. Our building fucking fire alarm is going off, so I'm going to stay in the meeting, but I'm going to be gone for
Dude, get out.
Yeah, get the fuck out of there, John. What the hell? I'm gonna stay in the meeting my ass.
That's not good.
One time I interrupt him and was like, no, it's not important. He's like, the building's on fire. And I'm like, oh well, fuck. Okay.
Oh shit. All right, so yeah, we'll get back into the video, guys. I'm about to go raging atheist on JDubs, this racist motherfucker here.
Lord, bitch! Get my fucking yarmulkes over there. It would be great. Oh my fucking.
Okay, so Will, me and you will have a conversation later. I'm not really gonna talk to this homophobe or racist no more. So goodbye. So that went nowhere. Let's get back to the conversation. I did not fucking rage. What the fuck was that? That was weak of me, dude. That was so weak of me. I thought I raged out on this dude. I'm disappointed. I'm so disappointed.
You raged on him a little bit earlier when he went and used like Snowflake. Unironically,
totally cussed that motherfucker out.
John, are you still here? Is your mom and dad there, or are you somewhere else?
I think
he ran out the house.
Yeah, I think he
probably the best thing.
His house or not? And I hope not, because his dad's unable to move too well. He's been following a lot.
Yeah. His dad is. Yeah. Hopefully everything is okay with John, and he'll pop in and say everything's okay.
I hope everything's
okay.
I
don't know where he's at. He said
that factor.
I don't.
He said he was maybe going to check on everything. I don't know. Hopefully everything's okay. It would really suck if everything wasn't. Hopefully somebody just burnt some bacon. That's what I'm hoping. And
I'm hoping somebody was just smoking in the hallway.
It's something. Yeah, something. We'll continue. But I'm gonna probably be a little sidetracked worrying about John at this point. Hopefully he pops back in.
Crazy.
Yeah. So this video is Will Kincaid's channel. And we're going to watch this for a little bit, and we're going to have fun with this. We're going to try to, with John being away right now. Oh, I really have my microphone low, so hopefully people have been able to hear me.
Yeah, you sound fine.
All right, so, we're my friend Maynard Saves here in Detroit, really a patron, has been on the show several times. Has no problem being unfiltered, and he's going to get unfiltered with JDubs here, and we're going to talk about JDubs Judaism. Enjoy.
Biden, Warren, Bernie thing.
If you look at the numbers right now, the progressives, the three people that are following him are all progressives. So once two of those people drop, Biden is nothing. The person that remains from the progressives, from Bernie Sanders, Yang, and Elizabeth Warren, will be the front runner, and they will win.
I got a question. If he let loose AOC for a presidential vice presidency, would that gain him any popularity?
I don't even think she can become vice president yet because she's not old enough. I think that if the Democrats lose in 2020, AOC runs in 2024. That's my
Kalinsky AOC 2024, baby.
She'll be old enough in 2024, and I think she's already probably got the support to win. People love her or hate her, but more people love her every day because she's one of us, and it's what they fear, and that's why they try to demonize her. Think what you want about her ideas, but a year ago she was bartending. She's one of us, and man, that goes a long way, dude.
Watch secular talk.
Yeah.
But you had some, Maynard, you had some Jew questions for John. John, are you with us?
Oh, yeah. I'm always
there. I went on a political rant. Yeah, please do, because I'm interested as well. Like, I just don't get a chance to hear about the Jewish religion.
Yeah, there you go. So go ahead.
Okay, so John, how are you, brother?
Baruch Hashem, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I don't speak. Is that Hebrew? I don't speak that. I'm sorry.
All right, so I didn't quite realize I was starting it with the political shit. I meant to start it right here. So we're gonna pretend like I'm starting it right here. But if you like that brilliant political commentary, you'll see more of it in the future as I expand some of the issues I speak about. Stupid phone. But let's continue. This is where I meant to start this video. I don't know what the fuck I was doing all day. Obviously being Nakasuchi.
I'm doing well.
I can be, I'm from Detroit, so I can say, what's up, nigga? That's about it, so.
Oh, definitely meant to leave that part out. Maynard saves you.
There you go.
I meant to leave that part out.
Here
What the
we go.
fuck?
So, I don't.
all right. Yeah, I meant to leave that part out. Maynard, never do that when you come on my stream, please. I love you, brother, but never say that when you come on my stream. I don't care if you're in Detroit. I don't like it. What the fuck? Everything got screwed up today. Holy shit.
What?
Did you guys hear that?
Yeah, you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay.
Okay. Let's proceed. Let's proceed. Let's proceed. Maynard, I love you, brother. I love you, brother. But yeah, I meant to leave that part out.
I don't know a whole lot about Judaism other than the Torah being what, the 5 books written by Moses, supposedly?
That's correct.
Okay. Is there any historical evidence that you have of a Moses and or of the 5 books being written by him?
I don't have it offhand. You want me to prove that Moses was a historical person?
Well, it hasn't been proven yet, which is why I'm just kind of throwing it out there right now.
Well, it doesn't matter whether he is a historical person or not, because that's not what the faith isn't based on. Well, actually, I mean, technically, I guess it is based off of it, but it's not what holds the faith together. What makes Judaism is that we have a culture.
Whoa! Stop it! Stop the tape.
Yeah, please go, because I was about to stop it anyway. Go ahead, Jim. Are you there, Jim? Did you mute yourself, Jim?
Where'd you go, Jim?
Shit, sorry, I pressed the wrong button. So he's saying that it doesn't matter that this person is not the historical or whatever.
He immediately backtracked.
Yeah, immediately backtracked. But he's talking about. I mean, obviously, it's of some importance to hold the belief that to Mosaic tradition, right? To that Moses wrote the Pentateuch, the first five books of the Old Testament. Even though they also concede that it talks about Moses talking about his own death and then the events that happened after that. So obviously Moses didn't write that part, at least. We can talk about iron being mentioned in there, from what we know in archaeology, they were towards the end of the Bronze Age, and that iron was only in a few select places then. We can look at the domestication of the camel. The domestication of the camel came long after Abraham would have lived, but they're sitting there mentioning camels being used to carry goods. So it's obviously a later writing long after Moses is dead.
Yeah, and I mean, so he literally sat there and said, yeah, Moses wrote it, and then said that it doesn't matter if Moses existed. Like, does that make any fucking sense at all? John's not here. Damn, I'm used to John talking. I don't think that makes any fucking sense.
No, it makes zero sense. And well, but it's important to them, right? Because if they admit that, okay, we're going to accept this evidence and say that maybe Moses didn't write all 5 books, well, then immediately you're going against church tradition, and then you have to take every other ambiguous account that is taken as church tradition, and also be skeptical of that. And to them, that is scary fucking ground. Like even though it's it looks like a direction that they believe that they should go, they have the stick telling them no.
Sounds like somebody's getting murdered outside of my apartment. I'm sorry, guys. Go ahead, Jim. I'm sorry.
No, that's it. That's actually ended perfectly.
Yeah. To me, it's like like why even call yourself Jewish if you don't believe in Jewish? And I don't pretend to be an expert on Judaism by any means. This is something that I've had conversations with people recently about that I want to start learning about. And unfortunately, the only Jewish person I've met so far has been this motherfucker here, and I don't think he's real. Like this isn't like how most Jewish people are. I don't think so.
I wonder if in his bloodline. I wonder how far down his bloodline is he Jewish? You know, for instance, like does he have a Persian great grandmother or something?
Trust me, though, it's gonna get crazy. We'll continue it. Maynard is relentless in his questioning.
He converted? He's not a real fucking Jew. Whenever he dies, so Jesus is only, or God is going to resurrect his people. He's only going to resurrect some of the people who have come into the Jewish religion, whether through marriage or conversion in general. Yeah. So he's not even of the select or the elite. He's not guaranteed paradise.
He will be talking about how because he's Jewish, he cannot go to hell. Jewish people cannot go to hell.
That's not true. That is not true at all.
Is my mic working?
Yes, we hear you now, AR. I was wondering what happened to you.
All right. Yeah. So historically, what's it called? JDubs was actually Catholic for a long time here on YouTube before he moved to converted to Judaism. I'm not sure if that's important to the narrative.
I don't want to speak on anything I don't really know about, but I'm about to because
if he's circumcised or not? Is that what you're gonna say?
Hey, so I'm
you're back, John.
I missed? Did you get back to the Maynard? Did you get to the Maynard one yet?
Yeah, we're in the Maynard one. Is your house burning down?
No, but there's a really stupid person that lives above me that can't figure out that the smoke alarm goes off because they spilled sugar on their frickin' electric stove burner a week
good luck getting that off.
And they said they haven't cleaned it off. I can't clean it all off. I said, well, we got to do something about it. We can't have a smoke. And my parents
you have to wait until it gets hard and just scrape it off.
That's what I told her. My parents, well, no, this was done a week ago. That's what I'm saying. It was a week ago. Her son spilled sugar on it, And my parents, my elderly parents live in this building, and I had to go up there all freaked out because the alarm's going off, and just because of this dumbass.
All right, so anyway. I'm glad everybody's okay. We were worried, John.
I guess I wouldn't say that I'm okay right now, but
No, I'd be pretty pissed off too. I'd be raging.
Glad you're safe though.
But yeah, so yeah, we're gonna get more into this, John. We just started this Maynard Saves version, and for some reason, it didn't start where I wanted it to. So yeah, we're just really getting into it. But it's gonna get interesting. John JDubs is not. It's not possible for JDubs' racist ass to go to hell. So let's get there eventually.
Well, but he can burn in the valley of Hinnom. He can burn in Gehenna. Because that is a place where they as you know, the ancient kings of Judah had child sacrifices and burnt children, and then later it was seen as a cursed place, and they would burn criminals' bodies there.
I think they might get into that a little bit. It's kind of funny. It makes me want to learn about Judaism just so I can go at JDubs and be like.
and then you have Hades. They actually say Hades. Are we going to the Greek hell?
Yeah, I've always wondered that too because I've read that.
Because Hades seems like a cool motherfucker. I've seen the cartoon.
Me too. That Hercules cartoon was what I grew up on, and it was the shit. It was way better than Kevin Sorbo. Wasn't that his name?
Absolutely.
He's the one that did the God's Not Dead movie, right?
Oh, that's right. I think so.
So funny. So funny.
Wow.
Just a second, my daughter needs me.
He's clearly the Antichrist.
That's what we are here to.
Man. Well, God didn't necessarily. He thought that burning people were an abomination, but then again, at the same time, he turned right around and he hardened the hearts of some of the children of Israel who were going back to the religion of their fathers, and they were taking their idols. And it says that that God gave them these false idols so that they would worship them and sacrifice their firstborn to them and therefore damn them for eternity. So God did that.
Yeah. I find it fairly ridiculous, a lot of the shit he's going to say.
That's in Ezekiel 23. No, Ezekiel 20, maybe.
I think his justification, I believe, at some point during this is that the Torah is different than the Holy Bible. I've read the Torah, and I think there is differences, but I don't think it's so vast that he can make that claim legitimately.
But we have to take into account the influence, though, because while they are two separate texts, one is very dependent on the other.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They are very similar books. And
the understanding of the Old Testament in a way that the Christians understand cannot be done without the New Testament.
Yeah. So I find his arguments weak, but we'll get more back into it. And I apologize. Usually my daughter isn't so interactive when I'm streaming. For some reason, she wants to talk to me right now. And I love my daughter, and I don't like to ignore her. So I try to at least let her know, hey, baby, I'm streaming. Right. But yeah, we're going to get back into this. And it's going to get cray-cray. It's going to get cray-cray.
Okay, what kind of laws?
I mean, Moses is the one that founded the law. I mean, he was the one that came up with it. But
when you speak of law, you're not speaking of Levitical law. You go by Levitical law. You do not.
Of course, I go by Levitical law. I live by Levitical law. Yes.
Okay, so you have.
I mean, that's a Christian term. I mean, there's really technically no such thing as Levitical law. I mean, I guess when people say Levitical law, they mean like laws of the priesthood. I mean, priestly laws, I guess is what they mean.
Okay.
The laws of the Cohen.
Okay, I just have questions. I'm learning.
Did somebody want to say something?
No, I was talking to my cat. Sorry.
All right. No, we'll continue.
No, I'll say something real quick.
All right,
I understand what you're saying. There's no such thing as Levitical law. I mean, what's he talking about?
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's a true. This is my problem here. John is the only true Jew that the only Jew that I've actually met and conversated with. So I don't know what he says is right, and what if he said what's wrong about what he says. I have no idea.
Well, here's what's wrong. Here's what's wrong about what he just said. He was asked by Maynard if he lives by Levitical law, and he said, "Yes, of course, I live by Levitical law." And then he followed up by saying, there's no such thing as Levitical law.
Yeah,
he lives by something that there's no such thing as. What the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, it's almost along the same lines as Moses wrote the Bible, but Moses didn't. It doesn't matter if Moses existed. It kind of fucking does.
Well, he's immediately starting to construct his exit plan, right? Like he already knows he's in a trap and he's looking for a window, and he's trying to make a window right now. He's trying to say, trying to find a way out. Say, oh well, it's only for the Levites, right? It's only for the tribe of Levi, only for the priests, right?
Yeah, I think that's kind of what he's trying to get to. But yeah, we'll continue and we'll see where it goes. I've watched this a couple times. I watched this earlier, but as I said, Maynard is relentless, and he's been relentless when he's come in my chat sometimes, and it's what I really appreciate about him, because he gives no fucks. So we'll continue.
Learning. I've never really talked to somebody into Judaism, so I just have a ton of questions. Do you take Genesis to be literal?
Of course.
You do?
Of course. The Torah is the literal word of God.
Written by
God.
Okay, so he earlier admitted that it was written by Moses. Now he's saying it's literally written by God, and he's gonna justify it that Moses is the intermediary. Any thoughts?
Well, the Jewish tradition is that the word pre-existed creation, and that everything that was given to Moses was already pre-existing. The word pre-existed everything, and then was dictated to Moses.
Yeah, and that's what he's going to allude to. And
that is Jewish tradition, but it's not Christian tradition.
But Christians still believe that God wrote the Bible, though, right?
Well, some Christians do. Most Christians aren't familiar with that because they haven't read it. Most Christians believe that Moses wrote it, like just literally wrote it, whether through divine revelation or whatever.
Yeah, because I mean, I can't really ever really remembering tackling Judaism when I was a Christian. It's just they never talked about it in the Baptist churches I was going to. This is something that I'm really unfamiliar with. I read the Torah like a long time ago. So I've never really interacted with Jewish people before, outside of Will and Jay Racist here. And Will is definitely a po Jew. He is a fake Jew. He is not a real Jew, and I don't give a fuck what the fuck he's gonna claim. He has admitted on my show he's not a real Jew, and then he's trying to backtrack against that. So Will, I mean, everybody knows.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like the Jews have had a very fair representation of them.
No, it doesn't. Not at all.
I do want to say something about Will Kincaid very quick. There was a stream like right as my JDub stream was going on where he got really emotional for about like an hour and a half, where he talked about like finding Judaism and like actually really believing it.
Yeah, but like how much of that shit? Like I haven't watched it. He told me I should, and I haven't watched it. Like, I'm to the point of like how much can I believe from Will at this point? I'm
honestly going to give him the benefit of the doubt there, because like all of the topics that he went over, and I'm not going to, share it because a lot of it's like really personal. It seems I got to mute this very quick. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I mean, I don't want to say that anything that he says is a lie. I mean, he's not a fucking Matt Powell, right? But I do think that he plays to audiences. So I'm not sure. Like I haven't watched it yet, so I don't want to really comment on it. But I'm just like, it seems to me like he put out this really emotional response after he knew I was pissed off to him. And since I haven't really responded to that response because I haven't watched it and I haven't really cared because he still supports this racist douchebag, that it seems like he's just not even trying. Like he came in my Discord AR and lasted 4 hours. He lasted 4 fucking hours. Dude.
I was there. I watched.
Like what the fuck, man? Like you're not doing yourself any fucking favors here. So I don't know. Will is an enigma to me. I'll let some other people speak before we continue with the video.
Even in that stream, though, he said that like he was kind of poeing it out for a little while, but then the more he looked at it, the more he connected with it. So I'm not going to say he's not Jewish or anything like that.
I don't want to say, because I'm not in the dude's head. I don't know what the fuck goes on there. I just know that he did admit to me on my channel that he did it so he can get a day off from his job.
Yeah, I understand that completely, but like just coupled with all of the other very personal, like emotional stuff he brought up, it didn't seem like he was lying.
Well, that's the only reason I became an atheist, because all the national holidays that atheists get off.
You do have a bit of an echo, John, but that shit was funny.
I turned it off. I was listening to it.
Like, fuck, man. Like, where's our holidays, right? Where's our fucking holidays? Why can't we have a goddamn...
I worked very hard for March 23rd, so...
Yeah, I mean, like, who could we even celebrate at this point? Like, we could have like a Hitchens Day. Why the fuck not?
If we left it up to Christians, all the atheist holidays would be like Hitler's birthday and like
even though Hitler was a Christian,
like the first, like the anniversary of the first time the word Satan was uttered, and shit like that.
Yeah.
Charlie Manson's birthday, the anniversary of the first abortion.
The anniversary of the very first woman to lose her virginity backwards.
Speaking of Charlie Manson, I'm not going to give away my full name.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I didn't hear Jim. Maybe I missed something.
Lose her virginity backwards. What the?
Yeah, she lost her virginity from the inside. Well, because she was a virgin, she'd never been penetrated. I mean, and it doesn't say it in the Bible, but I would assume.
I get it now. Shots fired, Christians.
I mean, we're shooting them at Jews. I mean, might as well just take them all down,
Shots fired. I wish I had Jim's pretty.
That brings up an interesting
face
question. When God magically impregnated Mary, did she have an orgasm?
Well, from what I read of the text, she passed out. So it must have been hardcore.
She didn't even wake up.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to hell for that one. We're all going to hell.
She didn't even wake up, so we must be talking micro penis on God then, huh?
We've had this conversation on my channel. I don't think.
Yeah, we have. I think it was us three
it?
to have this conversation, actually.
Yeah, I don't think if we determined if God has the biggest penis in the world or if he has a small penis syndrome. And you just heard my roommate hiccup. I heard it.
Free spirit. It says that the Holy Spirit came upon her, so he pulled out apparently.
Oh my God.
So wait a minute. Mary and God are into bukkake.
Oh.
Well,
shit.
God is at the very least.
Oh man.
And she's like, I don't know. I really don't know if I would like that. And he's like, bitch, I'm God.
You're going to hell, Jim. You're going straight to hell.
Yeah, in every religion.
Well, so and when Mary when Mary came, and then she started screaming, "Oh God, like God was confused. It's like, yeah, I'm God. Yeah, you're right.
Well, actually, it was technically Gabriel. It wasn't God. I mean, I guess God. Gabriel had God's stuff in his hand or something. I don't know.
Well, Gabriel delivered the message.
So like Gabriel came in with like a turkey baster full of God semen.
That was the joke I was just about to make.
Gabriel is God. Gabriel is God's fluffer.
Gabriel. Well, no, actually, it sounds like Gabriel is like the cream pie handler.
Was it like a casting couch thing? He's like, so how old are you, Mary? And she's like, I'm
I can only imagine what Lucifer is saying in chat right now. I can only imagine. Lucifer, I'm so sorry for this. I'm so sorry.
Look, Mary. I think I can get you a lot of work, but we're gonna have to see how you work with the deity. Could you?
I've never done this before.
One second, guys. Continue to talk. My daughter's about to leave, so I'm gonna mute for a second, and then we'll get back into the video. This is too funny. I'm sorry, Lucy. I'm so sorry.
According to Talmudic tradition, she was 12 years old.
Wow. Yeah, I don't. Now that you've said that, I don't feel comfortable about this conversation line anymore.
Oh, I know it's uncomfortable, isn't it? That's why I have that conversation, because people should feel uncomfortable about that.
Yeah. Okay. I enjoyed it. I'm smoking. I'm about to smoke a cigarette as we got out of that climax there.
Yeah. I mean, I think what Mary probably smoked some frankincense or myrrh afterwards.
I'm so sorry to female audience members that might not have liked that line of humor. I'm not sorry to Christians that didn't like that line of humor. Fuck y'all. And I say that with love, I really do. And I say that in all sense of the new direction I'm taking. I love you, that Christian vlogger, but honestly, I mean, it was funny. But I'm sorry, ladies. But JDubs is far worse. So we're gonna get back into the video. I'm not even sure what time it is because I don't have my other computer up right now.
It is about 8 o'clock Eastern or Central.
So we're at 9.
I'm not trying to make a joke here, but it's 9/11 where you're at.
All right, cool. Yeah, that's fucked up, AR.
It's 6:11 here, and it's 3 hours ahead.
So if you see George Bush, run.
Yeah, JW, where are you at?
Wait a minute. So AR,
it's unironically 9. Okay, now it's 9:12.
So AR, are you saying that like where you live at that they flew into the towers in June?
What?
Never mind.
I got it, John.
Never mind. 6. All right.
I got it, John. All right, so we're gonna get back into this. I'm gonna let it play for a minute and go fill my drink. Yeah, Maynard, I love you, dog. I love you. I love his relentlessness. And he's just so blunt and cruel sometimes. I love it. So we're gonna give.
It's almost like Maynard. It's almost like Maynard saves. You know.
Yeah, it's almost like he saves. Because he was itching to get into this conversation.
Yeah, he was wanting to baptize him for a while. I could tell.
Yeah, he was itching, and it finally took me sending the link because Will is an alt-light fucktard, and I say that with love for the word I'm trying to get out of my vocabulary and continue to use. And holy shit, people are dying outside. I'm gonna close the door.
What's wrong with just calling a Nazi a Nazi?
Hey, tatted atheist says in the chat. That since atheist rationale is 3 hours behind, he could have stopped
9/11. Oh shit! I gotta get Tatted in here, dude. I've been telling Tatted I'm gonna get him in here forever. I gotta get Tatted in here, man. What's up, Tatted? But okay, we're gonna get back into this. I'm gonna close my door so you can't hear whoever's getting murdered outside, and I'm gonna fill my drink. Enjoy Maynard Saves.
So it's not written by Moses.
Moses facilitated the Torah, but it was God who instructed it, I guess would be the term. Moses facilitated it, but it was God who authored it.
Okay, when we speak of God, just so I know who we're speaking of, are we speaking of Yahweh?
That is a Christian terminology of the God of Israel. Yeah, sure.
What's the Judaism term for God? Jehovah? No, that would probably be Christian too, wouldn't it?
Well, we would say, I'm saying this. You're not technically supposed to say, but I'll say for educational reasons, you can use the term Odonai. That's how we would refer to God.
Odonai?
That's how you would pronounce Yud K Vav K.
He's not a fucking Jew. He
Is
would
he
not have
all-knowing?
said that. He's a fucking fraud.
Philosophically speaking, that's what we think of. Yeah, we usually think of God as all-knowing. But it's an abstract. I mean, it's an abstract thing. What does it mean to be all-knowing?
It's kind of a weird grift, if it's a grift at all.
Yeah, I don't think it's a very abstract thing. Either you're all-knowing or you're fucking not. Y'all want to comment?
You are not a fucking Jew, J-Dub, because no Jew would say God's name. It is way too sacred to say.
Oh, yeah, so that was that part. Yeah, I'm glad. I wanted to ask you about that, Jim. Go ahead.
Oh, God. I hate him already. No, I know. You know what? I don't hate him. I just want to pull his head underwater.
I fucking hate him after his
game.
fucking comments to me. I dislike this motherfucker seriously. I'm gonna put that out there. Fuck
hey,
you,
so look, I was listening to the stream. Listening to and could you go over that again, Jim? What no Jew would say that? What wouldn't he say?
Do what?
You said that no Jew would actually say
their God's name, Jim.
Yeah, God's name. It's made up of 4 Hebrew characters, and you don't say it, and that's where they get Jehovah and Yahweh and Yahweh and all these other different renditions of it. But true Jews do not say it. That is why we don't know how to say it. That is why people say it so many different ways, because since the beginning, it's been tradition for them to not say it.
Well, but when a Jew wants to refer to God, what do they say? What phrase do they use?
They don't refer. Well, they will refer to him as God.
Just God. Okay.
Well, I mean,
so the title, not the name.
I mean, if you're talking about are you talking about like fundamental Jews like today, or are you just talking about
whatever Jews you're talking about is what I'm talking about? The ones that
I'm talking about like Jews in ancient Israel.
Oh, okay.
That's another one of those things where I'm not going to say he's not Jewish if he claims to be Jewish.
But he did preface it. I was away. He did preface it saying he's not supposed to say it, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. It's for educational purposes.
Exactly, because all throughout Second Temple Judaism, you could not say God's name. I mean, it's as simple as that.
Yeah. So John, I mean, maybe John needs to go talk to his rabbi. Maybe they need to have a discussion on how to practice their faith.
It's even getting confusing for me. Can you just say JDubs when you're referring to him?
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. Yeah, JDubs. I need to think of a better name than JDubs because JDubs sounds too cool for this.
Let's call him the Rabid Rabbi.
It honestly seems to me that he could not cash in his persecution coupon as a Catholic, so he had to upgrade.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what it seems to me. And then he taught Will how to fake it as well. I mean, that's kind of what I'm getting from the whole situation. I know I need to go watch that shit.
I bet they even try to use gutturals whenever they're saying Hebrew words, don't they?
He uses Yiddish a lot. I mean, he uses if he gets mad, he starts speaking in Yiddish, so you can't fucking understand him.
Hey, what will the fallout be from the 6 people that see Will's response to this?
you notice since I stopped having him on, all that growth that he was having has stopped. I'm not talking shit. Will, I gave you a chance, dude, and you continue to support and justify this behavior. Now, Will, now if you're still in the chat, you have seen the racist comments towards me at the very beginning of the stream. So if you continue to justify this racist behavior, especially once it's towards me, then I could literally give 2 fucks about you here on out. It is going to be on you how shit goes forward. And I'm really not interested in ever having Will Kincaid back on my channel to pick on people, to pick on AR. I want to have legitimate, serious conversations. I sometimes enjoy his comedy. I sometimes don't. And sometimes his comedy gets really dark, and he really seems to have a hard-on for AR.
Well, look,
I do want to point out something.
Wait, hold on a second. I started first. Hold on.
I've been trying to
just
say
to totally.
Yeah, AR has been trying to talk, but go ahead, John, and then AR. I'm sorry. I should have.
All I was going to say is to totally go against anything legitimate and serious. Tatted Philosophy and somebody else was in the chat talking about wondering if Jesus masturbates with his stigmata, with the holes in his hand.
I made that joke. True, I can't. I made that joke.
But here's the thing. If that's true, though, then he has a Woody the size of a nail. That's all I'm saying.
You guys never even think about like how you got to take it in its cultural context. Okay, back then praying was done on their knees, so he was very flexible in his hip joint. So it's very likely he used his feet.
True, but all right. Go ahead, AR. Go ahead. I know you've been trying to talk.
It's kind of interesting. Will Kincaid over the last couple of days has been like using people's names as a way to like bring people into his YouTube channel. Like he won't even like talk about them. He did it with me at first. He made this video titled "Atheist Rationale Smokes Mids," but I'm all about the top shelf. I'm sorry.
I clicked on that video. And, I clicked on that video, AR, and fucking it was him playing video games. I got out of it immediately. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, and then just today he had another video like that on where he titled it "Zionist Conspiracy" with Matt Powell. And Matt Powell actually jumped in and said he creamed on you, which I thought was kind of funny because given the homoerotic language.
Oh, I wonder what games he plays.
Matt Powell is such a bottom.
He's playing Skyrim.
He's such a bottom. Like I would be.
I
would totally be creaming on him.
Tatted Philosophy says, "Say it with your chest, man."
Oh, Matt Powell. God. I mean, like, literally, he's going to Will Kincaid's chat now to troll me. How fucking pathetic of you. How pathetic of you, Matt Powell.
You should just make fun of him because of the language he used, honestly.
I mean, really, though, I mean, let's be honest. It's Thursday. It's Thursday night. He has a family. What the fuck are you doing with your life?
Yeah, no shit, dude. You know, like I'm streaming live and I'm gonna get off here and my daughter's gonna be gone now, so like I can get cray. But like, yeah, I was planning on like watching Captain Marvel with her again and until she just left for the weekend. That's what happens when you stream 45 minutes late.
I mean, I streamed for like 3 days straight before, and I still was not obsessed with anybody to the point where I would chase them down through different chats.
I have never well, there's been a couple times when I went in Matt Powell's chat to be like, dude, what the fuck, you know? But like, I don't go in Girl Defiance chat. I don't go in MMA's chat. I don't go in Coffee and Bible Times chat. I don't go in any of these people's chats ever. That's not my intention. You know, that's not my, I'm not here to troll you. I'm here to respond to you. I'm here to talk about some of the things you say. But yeah, like it seems like Matt is just super obsessed. And it has to go back to my video. Does Matt Powell love your boy Nakasuchi? I mean, it's a serious question. I'm not saying he loves me. I'm just saying, you know, some people might be saying he loves me, and it's a serious question, and we should ask it.
I think honestly what it is, and to be completely truthful, what I believe it is that he is not only intimidated by you, but he wants to be like you, I believe.
I think you're because you're a small channel. That's the whole reason why, like,
go ahead.
He's at you and not going after people like Mr. Atheist or Surus or what's it called? Fucking Skylar Fiction, who schooled him in that.
He damn sure won't go after me.
He won't even touch me.
He runs from
weird.
Fucking Jim Majors. He pretended like Jim Majors never even asked him to a debate. I'm sorry, AR. He pretends like Jim Majors never, like if you go to that modern day debate, Jim Majors had been asking him for a debate, and then he pretends like he doesn't even fucking know about it. I mean,
they asked him in a super chat, like said, "Why won't you debate Jim Majors?" And he's like, "I don't know what you're talking about."
Yeah, I mean, but go ahead, AR. I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
This also points out another funny little like characteristic of Matt Powell, right? Now, the only reason I was able to figure out about Will Kincaid's stream that like referenced me in the title was because John Peterson pointed it out to me in like one of your streams, I'm pretty sure. But Matt Powell sits there like all day Googling himself. Like, you got to realize that there's no way that like Matt Powell would have found that Will Kincaid video unless he went into YouTube, typed his name in, and was like, oh, somebody's talking about me.
Oh, that's so fucking funny. And I think you just nailed it, AR. It's so funny. And another funny thing, as you was talking about that, today I couldn't find, because I have so many, I'm subscribed to so many fucking channels, Christians, atheists. I mean, just, it's frustrating to try to find anybody in my YouTube subscriptions. And I'm trying to find Will Kincaid, and I can't fucking find him. So I get aggravated, and I just type in search Will Kincaid, and guess what comes up? Just take a guess. Can you guys guess it?
No.
I do. My fucking videos, and not even videos that has Will Kincaid in it, just raging atheist fucking, like this dude has lashed himself to me. And you put in his name on YouTube, and you're going to see a shit ton of the Raging Atheist pop up. You're not going to see Will Kincaid pop up, because I looked, and then I got frustrated because I couldn't find his fucking channel, so I went back into my subscriptions, and I finally fucking found him. This happened to date. I shit you not.
That's so weird. That means he like probably put like your channel name in his like channel tags.
Yeah, like his tags and shit.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it means. It has to be.
I can't say anything. I do that to Kent Hovind.
But like, I just thought that was fucking weird, man. I'm like, I couldn't even find his channel when I typed in his name. I just saw a bunch of my videos and then other videos of different Will Kincaids. And then I finally, like, fuck it. I went and found him. I mean, it took like 20 more minutes, but I finally found him in my subscriptions.
That's insane, man. I mean, embrace it though. I mean, just take it for what it is. You know, he's not going anywhere. If anybody could run the motherfucker off, you would have run him off already, and you haven't.
Yeah, no, so, right.
Embrace it. Take it for what it is. Try to teach him some shit, or just entertains, a couple thousand people.
That's what that's what I'm thinking. Either he is going to hear this and go his own way, or he's going to hear this and say, Nakatsuchi's really helped me. I'm going to do whatever the fuck Nakatsuchi says. And then it's disingenuous. It's not like, Will's realizing that, his fucking co-host is a racist prick. It's like, this is going to hurt my channel now.
I do want to point something out. I talked to him about this today. He and JDubs and Will Kincaid aren't doing like podcasts anymore.
Well, and that's a good thing. So maybe he is starting to realize, and maybe he'll take my advice. I think the problem with Will Kincaid is that, and I can get in big trouble for saying this. I'm
not saying they're still not buddy, but they're not doing a podcast.
I don't like to throw big YouTuber names out. I really don't like talking about the Amazing Atheist because he does his own thing and he's really super popular. He's got over 1 million subs, but he went anti-SJW and he still holds on to that. And Will is associated with the Amazing Atheist and does have that anti-SJW bullshit. I don't like it. I stand against
video is trash.
I'm not a proponent of that. They give atheism a bad name.
Yeah, and I stand against it. I mean,
Hey, Knock.
Yeah, go ahead.
Chatted Philosophy wants to know if you've ever been on the Geek Room.
No, I haven't, and I would love to if we could work that out with my work schedule. But I would really love to come on the Geek Room, and I would really love to have Tatted on because Tatted has been super cool. I've been on Tatted's channel, but I've never been on Geek Room's channel. And Geek Room has been following me.
You should really
for
go
quite
on.
a
That'd be
long
fucking
time.
great.
Say what? Yeah, we are going super late.
Great.
So yeah, let's get back into the video, and then we are going to start closing this thing down because I'm going super late. Like I'm feeling really good.
Yeah.
I enjoy picking on. What did we decide to call him, John?
The rabid rabbi.
The rabid rabbi. That's John's name. He's gonna call me fucking John Smith. You're gonna call me a rapist of Native American women, and somebody that kidnapped a young girl. A young girl. Pocahontas was no mature woman by any means. She was an Indian princess. Disney got that shit right. But she was no mature woman. She was a little fucking girl that 3 Europeans kidnapped, held for 9 months, raped repeatedly before they gave her back to her nation. So for you to call me John Smith, motherfucker, yeah, you can go fuck yourself with a bag of dicks. I'm stealing from Scholar Fiction right there. Let's get back in. Go ahead.
He's in the chat, just so you know.
Who is?
Who?
Little Billy Kincaid.
Will Kincaid.
Yeah, so Will,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
tell your
we
boy,
said that earlier.
and you know, if you really want to have a conversation with me, you need to answer for your boy because he has deeply offended me. He has offended me worse than I think anybody could. I don't think you.
Well,
could,
I gotta tell you,
I don't think you could offend me worse than what this motherfucker has offended me. Go
Hey,
ahead, John.
let me ask you this: when I was gone, did you play the part in that other video where he called you a snowflake and you went off the deep end? Did you
No,
play that part?
I thought it was at the end, so I skipped to the end, and yeah, no, I missed it.
He jumped right past it. It was like the next thing that happened in like the conversation, but he went
I skipped
ahead.
past it.
Went
I
right
thought it
over
was at the end. So yeah, if you guys want to see Rage be Rage, go check out at least that portion of that video. But let's get back into the video because we do need to start wrapping this up. I've been streaming longer than I thought, and I know Lucifer had shit to do, and she's probably really legitimately upset with me for some of the rhetoric I allowed. But we've had fun tonight, and I said we were going to have fun with the Rabid Rabbi.
Real quick. Will Kincaid says in the chat, it wasn't his intent to offend you. He did that on purpose, he told me. So, okay. So he's saying it wasn't his intent to offend you, but he did that on purpose. Like, what the fuck does that mean?
You cannot bring John Smith's name and call me John Smith without intentionally trying to dismiss me, to offend me, unless you are completely dismissing fucking history. Unless your version of history is Disney. And in that case, go fuck yourself anyway, you ignorant motherfucker. Will, do not justify this motherfucker no more. Like, if you want to have a relationship with me, my phone is blowing up. I should have turned it off. If you want to have a relationship with me, please do not defend him anymore. Who the hell? I got like 110 notifications. Holy shit. Go ahead.
And you can still hold some of the views that he does. You can still hold some of those core beliefs. And
does Will Kincaid still have your number?
Yeah,
maybe.
But you don't have to model yourself after anybody. Be your own person. It's okay to take certain things from some people, but when you start modeling yourself to somebody to the point to where you become a mold, then you can no longer become anybody but him. Become yourself.
And that's been my advice, Will. Be yourself. Don't follow these. I just turned you down, you fucker. Don't follow these people. You know, be yourself, dude, and think for yourself. I don't want to change you. I don't want you to be what I want you to be. I find that disingenuous. But if you don't have an issue with what John has said, and if you're going to justify it, that's fine. I just don't want to associate with you anymore. Be you, dude. Be you. Seriously.
JDubs, not John. JDubs.
Yeah, or Rabid Rabbi, whatever the fuck we're calling this motherfucker. All right, so we're gonna get back into the video, guys. I think it's been like a half an hour or some shit. Like, we are really taking this long. So let's listen to a little bit more.
We've been at this for 2 hours, Knock.
Yeah, it's time to wrap it up. So a little bit more,
Hush,
and
John.
then we'll go. And next time, I promise, Zoom will be figured out. I'm actually probably gonna go buy a second monitor. I think that's gonna make a lot easier. So yeah, shit's gonna get better.
Well, to us as humans, all knowing would be to know everything. I would think a God described
you're right.
in the Old Testament would be an all-knowing God. I would call him what? Omnipotent?
Well, I mean, there's instances in the Bible that God didn't know things.
That's my point. That's why I'm trying to ask you. I'm going to.
So I don't know. I mean, it's a goy.
Know.
I mean, what you're asking me questions from a Christian's perspective, so it's difficult for me to answer.
Why do you say that? I'm asking you from a Judaist position. Does your God know everything?
Jews don't go around saying that God's all-knowing, omniscient. You know, these are Greek, like, abstract opinions of what gods were. Gods were these.
I wish I had Dr. Josh here now. Jim, is that true? You might be muted, Jim.
I'm sorry, I was watching it and I'm behind a little bit.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, there's a delay. I'm supposed to lead with longer shit. So like I'm just not sure if that's true. Like I wish I knew more about Judaism.
Wait, what did he say? I didn't hear it because you kind of were talking at the same time.
Let's replay. What the fuck did he say?
Okay.
Oh shit! All right, fuck it. Let's just go back a little bit.
That is a Christian terminology of the God of Israel. Yeah, sure.
What's the Judaism term for God? Jehovah? No, that would probably be Christian too, wouldn't it?
Well, we would say.
We already heard this. Fuck. These long ass streams.
Describe.
You're right.
In the Old Testament, would be an all-knowing God. I would call him
just gotta fast forward a little bit.
Omnipotent.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's instances in the Bible that God didn't know things.
That's my point. That's why I'm trying to ask you. I'm going to.
So I don't know. I mean, it's a goy.
Know.
I mean, what you're asking me questions from a Christian's perspective, so it's difficult for me to answer.
Why do you say that? I'm asking you from a Judaist position. Does your God know
Jews
everything?
don't go around saying that God's all-knowing, omniscient. You know, these are Greek, like, abstract opinions of what gods were.
So he's essentially saying that Jews are they don't go around saying that God is omniscient, that he's all-knowing, that these are Greek concepts.
So it's important for people to understand that Judaism is just like any other religion, and they're susceptible to group thinking. So there were different sects of Judaism, and it's for one, it's evident in like the creation story, where you have holy shit, that lightning, that was close. Where you have two different depictions of God. In chapter 1, you know, he's this God that speaks things into existence. He's immaterial, he's non-corporeal, and he's this all-knowing, all-present God. But then in chapter 2, around verse 4, I believe, 4 or 6, then God becomes personified, and God is a God who's walking in the garden. He's a God who forms man out of clay and breathes life into him. So they give him these humanistic qualities.
I do want to point out something kind of funny that I just saw in the chat. Will Kincaid apparently is completely confused on like what kind of form of Judaism JDubs follows.
Yeah, like you would think that your mentor, you would be familiar with his faith if he's leading you to it, right?
You'd think, yeah. He thinks he was sold on a form of Judaism that doesn't actually exist.
All right, I think that's enough.
Said that in the chat right now.
I think we've went. I'm really glad that Jim was here. Man, why does that keep? I mean, I really got to figure out fucking Zoom, guys.
Yeah, man, I like it. I like coming in because Bible stuff always comes up, and you know that's my jam.
Yeah. You have provided a lot of input, and you know this was a great discussion. Will, you know, talk to your boy, tell him to go eat a dick, because he can toss my salad. That's what I got to say to the Rabbit Rabbi.
Wow. Toss my salad guy is just like. That video is like playing in my head.
I know, like, yeah, I rewatched that recently, and like nobody in the conversation knew what I was talking about, but everybody in the chat knew what I was talking about.
and Will, I just wanted to say something just real quick. I just want to let you know that it is okay to get a information from somebody, and in order to start investigating something. But you have to go to the source for everything. Go to the source. If you can't go to the source, then you have to be skeptical, depending on how far you can go back. But don't just take somebody at face value, or don't just take somebody at secondhand value. If you find a second person who confirms it for yourself, go to the source.
Yeah, I agree totally. And Cheshire Vic is going to close this thing out with the perfect Cheshire Vic. What am I going to call it? I'm going to call it a Cheshism. He can toss my salad. Nakasuchi 2019. I love it. I really like Cheshire Girl. What's up? But yeah, we're going to get out of here. And I'm going to figure out the Zoom thing tomorrow, and we'll have it hammered out before Sunday's live stream. And I'm going to get a full room in with a moderator, and we're going to have a discussion Cheshire, what are you doing on Sunday? I need to get you back in and stream. So, yeah, we're gonna get out of here. Hopefully, you guys have come to the same conclusion that I've come to. That you know, the Rabbit Rabbi is a racist prick, and he can go fuck himself. But we will let everybody close out with a final statement and plug your channels, please. I still have to get the participants from last night or from yesterday with That Christian Vlogger. I have to get their descriptions and the links still. I've been so busy today writing scripts and trying to prepare for tonight, which was a disaster Zoom-wise. But other than that, I'm going to get links in the description below for today and yesterday. But go ahead, please close out, final thoughts, and plug your channels, please.
My name is Jim Majors. I am the disciple of Kairos. That's Kairos. You can find me on YouTube. I do religious debates, biblical criticism, and counter apologetics, and shit like this. I had a great time. Thank you for having me. Will, again, kudos on leaving the ties that once binded you, and stay away from that kind of dogmatic thinking. I think you're on the right path.
Me too. Like, if you are willing to grow, Will, like I'd let people on my channel, and I like to be confronted, and I have had fun with Will. John has become an issue, and yeah, so me and Will need to talk about John seriously. We've avoided that subject, but go ahead, continue with your shits. Thank you, Jim Majors, for coming. Jim is going to be on the show. I'm going to try to get Jim on the show a lot more because I really love his knowledge and expertise when it comes to biblical matters.
Oh, thanks, man. Making me blush.
JDubs, not John.
Yeah. I'm sorry, John. The Rabbit Rabbi. It will become a thing. It will. I'm gonna make a meme.
Once we do part 2, it'll be canon.
Yeah. It will be canon, John. I promise you, because you're the only John for me. I got rid of Messenger Reveals. I got rid of Douchebag here. You're the only John for me.
All right, man. That's cool. So I'll toss your salad later.
Hot dog.
Okay. I'm a little hot now.
Go ahead, AR.
All right. So final words, I guess you can say. I feel like there wasn't enough there was definitely enough context to say that JDubs here is flaming racist, if that's correct terminology. But I do want to point out some other things. Like in a video he put that I covered on my channel, he pushed some certain 4chan hoaxes that disparage like trans people. He's known for dog whistling. Like he uses the clown world thing. I'm not sure if you know anything about that, but it's a Nazi dog whistle that basically says that it's completely insane for trans people to exist. And he, in the past, before he was known as John Gishula here on YouTube, has said he'd rather be descended from a gorilla instead of a black person because he feels that they are less than. And he's also stalked people for years on end and used suicide as a way to keep them around, and might have even almost tried to kill somebody with a bat. JDubs is quite an interesting character. There's a lot of ground to cover when it comes to who he is, just to put it lightly.
Sounds sociopathic.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. I mean, it's not a term that I would use. It's outdated technically. Antisocial personality disorder spectrum.
Yeah, but I think it's reflective.
Yeah, definitely. I agree there.
I agree.
But as far as my channel, I haven't done anything in the last couple of weeks, but I'm going to be starting up soon. I'm the Atheist Rationale. I do live streams calling out the hate that you find in religious fundamentalism, as well as from the far right. It's usually a fun show. You guys should check it out.
It's good shit. You can subscribe.
You can also find me on Twitter at @TheAtheistR.
And he does a shit ton of archive work for just about everybody.
You beat me to it. You beat me to it. I was gonna mention that
really?
myself. Yeah.
Cool.
Surus made sure and pointed that out in a stream that AR always forgets to talk himself up about, as far as the way Surus put it, a lot of the Pumpkin Posse shit would not have happened if it wasn't for AR and his archiving work.
Yeah, AR told me, I don't remember what stream it was, but he told me that that he thought that 90% of the pumpkin memes came from him.
No, I never said that.
Well,
Not the pumpkin memes. Like
I think 90% of the pumpkin content definitely did.
But yeah, not the memes. Like that was all Mr. Atheist. Just like a lot of the video clips that Shannon Q, Surus, Mr. Atheist,
myself,
even Raging Atheist and Holy Kool-Aid have used in their videos. I was the person that provided them. I did a lot of archiving work in the past on the new Independent Fundamental Baptists, lining up a bunch of what's it called? Steven Anderson videos to the Byte model, just so like I can have a concrete understanding of whether or not they are a cult. And just that seemed to be useful for this whole Pumpkin Posse movement that Mr. Atheist started.
It is sad that not only do I know who you're talking about, but I actually went to a revival of his.
No shit. Yeah, that's fucked up.
Whose revival?
Fucked up.
I'm completely lost.
Whose revival, Jim?
I'm assuming like NIFB or something like that.
Shit. I went to a primitive Baptist revival.
Oh, okay. That sounds like an interesting experience, to say the least.
All right, so and I'm John Peterson, and I want a clarification. I've mentioned Cheshire and Dave and Muppets show,
go check them
Slope
out.
show that'll be, what's that?
I was just saying, go check them out because they're going to be putting content
what I just want to make a clarification, because after I mentioned it, Cheshire had posted in the chat that they're on hold right now because of some technical issues Dave is having, but that once he gets those rectified, then they'll be back on track. But definitely go give them a sub in anticipation of their content. I started a new channel a few weeks back called The Amateur Conversationalist. I've had Sock Account on and Jim Majors. My next guest is going to be Nakasuchi. And I'm having some issues right now with my computer. I want to thank Jim for, giving me his advice on that. And Dave McGinnis for, giving me his feedback. And Dragnaut was helping me out today. And I ordered a new computer, so I won't be having any streams this weekend, but hopefully I'll be back on track next week. Also, Nakasuchi has asked me, because of his new work schedule, to do a midweek stream on his channel, and hopefully we'll be getting to that next week or the week after. So be looking for that.
All right, yeah, awesome. Thank you guys so much. I'm looking at the shit and like I'm frozen now. I'm frozen. Yeah, I got to work some shit out on this Zoom thing. I'm going to be really working hard on that. I will have some content coming out. Tomorrow I will have an edited video out, and I am getting ahead on edited videos. So thank you guys for tuning in, staying with us so super late. Went longer than I thought it would, but I had fun. And I want to thank everybody for coming. I will get links in the description. And it is going to get organized starting actually tonight, and it probably about an hour.
Hey, I'm sorry. I forgot. And the whole reason why I'm even able to do any of this is on Saturdays I do a stream on the GDC. Haven't been doing it the past 2 weeks because we had a family sale last weekend, and then I'm working on my computer. By the way, fuck you, Google, for getting rid of Hangouts. That's what's caused me all the problems.
Yeah,
because I got to do a different system and everything now. But yeah, the GDC, and shout out to Steve McRae for allowing me to do streams on the GDC. And I'm sorry, I almost forgot to say that. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Knock.
I don't give you or Steve enough credit for welcoming me onto that Great Debate community channel. I haven't been able to do it myself because of my new work schedule, but I have pretty much had an open invitation to every single one of them. So that is deeply appreciated too. It has helped my channel. I want to thank everybody for showing up. My girl Cheshire is up in the shit. Everybody that was up in the chat, I have been able to look at the chat very, very little. Chats will continue to change. I will continue to get back to the starting from scratch process with wrenches. But it's all for the better. It's all for the better conversation. Sunday night we will have an open room, and I'm going to be working on getting people into that and a topic and a moderator, and we are going to get organized. So have a good night, and fuck you, Rabid Rabbi.